Episode 257. We're about to go meet with the Griffin, or at least the man that stands in as a double for the Griffin, during his speeches. And Comor decided that her little disguise could use one or two little touch-ups. One, we ditch the staff in favor of this weathered short sword, just so that it looks a little bit more, I guess, rough and tumble. Mages don't exactly seem, at least to me, like the type of people that would wear this kind of clothing, at least if they were some kind of lowly adventurer. And the other one would be the mask. The addition of this mask might be a bit too much. If we're trying to hide our identity too much, that might be too suspicious. But they're the masks, right? Surely they'll be happy that we're buying into their whole aesthetic. I'm sure. Of course, none of this matters. This is all for probably just a short cutscene or something. All the same, we have to dress right for it. Now, isn't this familiar? It's sort of like what we did with Thancred in, I guess just north of here, over in eastern Danalan, during the Realm Reborn quests. Ah, I see Alfinode still has his book out. His Arcanist gear, or whatever his actual class is. Maybe mages do actually wear this sort of thing, but he still looks a little bit too well-to-do with that book on his back. Well, look at us. A pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. Maybe we should do the talking, even though we don't ever really talk, but it might be better than Alfinode's kind of well, the timbre that he has. The timbre that I imagine him speaking with, his little posh attitude. And now we play the waiting game.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
Again, quite the accent. Must be how he recruited so many people to his side.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Okay, so we're coming straight out with it. That's fine. I was just wondering to myself, let's just jump the guy now. We can handle them.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
But it was quite well delivered. Again, nice voice.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals.
Really, same voice. This unique voice.
You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Emulger?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
What gave it away? We're wearing a mask.
Aye, I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave woman can make a difference.
I think we also showed them that primals are a threat to the world. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't agree with what you're doing now.
You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
We're calling back to that, huh?
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
Wait, we're just letting them go?
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I mean, they committed a crime, right? They supplied crystals to the Emulger. That's like aiding and abetting their summoning, which is one of the worst things that we're dealing with in this universe. I'm pretty sure we can turn them into the authorities, or something.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
So what, we're just buddy-buddy with them? They're walking off in the same direction? I don't know. Quarry Mill, he said. Do you remember... Forgive me. You cannot be expected to recall every name and face. And besides, it's not as if it matters. I do remember the Quarry Mill segment. But what was... I can't recall any names there, just that there were a few guys that were standing on that one bridge, the Alamigan guys. This was of course the point in the story where we were still just kind of wandering around the land, not really doing anything important. It might have been in pursuit of a primal or not, but I'm pretty sure it was some unimportant stuff. And we just made some medicine for some dying Alamegans in the fort. But I don't recall any specific names or whatever. Oh well. I have long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Komoi. We must find and secure those crystals. This is no time for looking back. I decline. I gotta put the experience to an actual class I'm using. One moment. Is this close enough? Oh, we can't apply the glamour plates, but I guess I don't need to. Gotta be within range of one of these little settlements near a aetherite to apply glamour plates, but I guess they're all fine, right? None of them are missing. I think they're good. Sorry about that, Alfred, you were saying. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Amalja. We must apprise Alice of what we have learned. I will join you both in Little Alamico after I've changed. Alice was waiting for Sankrit, right? Guess he never showed up. Nope, he showed up. There he is, right there. And Alfred got here before us. He must have taken a shortcut. Through this wall or something? I don't know. Is that actually a shortcut? There doesn't seem to be any paths back here. Well, maybe he just teleported. Kept you waiting, eh? My apologies. Ah, that's much better. Subterfuge was never my strong suit. You are prepared for the battle, then? Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings. The Griffin is not the Griffin. You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Ida and Papa Lima were here all along? At least Chola will be relieved, and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Amalja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. And so they go forth, in accordance with the Griffin's plan. The players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. Our mysterious masked man, working in the background, such machinations. What could he possibly be plotting at? I guess we'll find out. All seems calm here. Is it possible that we've been deceived? You'd think there would be more obvious signs that something was afoot. But if anything, the place seems quieter than I remember it. I have a bad feeling about this. I confess I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we have braved the Bowl of Embers. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. Upon proceeding to the Bowl of Embers, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. We've got the entire episode. And also, this is a duty, a solo duty, an instanced whatever. We've got time for that too. Seems like we're gearing up for the big finale.
This isn't right. The Emulger would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the Warrior of Light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange! Wouldn't you agree?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
Why can't our Carbuncle do that?
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alizé!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere. As Eorzea's blade of light once stood by my side, now I shall stand at hers and defend this realm with all my might.
She's got a class change. It's exciting.
Let's finish this.
Of course, that would be teasing the new class that released in Stormblood, Red Mage and all that. Something the player themselves wouldn't have access to at this point in time. What, you want me? Fine. He's doing some paladin stuff. And I should be doing black mage stuff by standing in this.
You shall fall soon enough.
There's no escape!
Seems like he's able to bring back his comrades or something. I don't exactly remember how this fight goes. And they're back. They're kind of like us, right? It's supposed to echo us, the way that we can come back. And now we're chained. They're too strong. It ends now. Oh wait, he was voiced. It took a while to come out.
What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Urianger!
That's right. It was Urianger all along. It was probably hinted at too many times to actually not know it until this point, but this is a big reveal, I guess. I will say, though, them covering up his lower half of his face as his only means of disguise, fairly effective, because that's the only part of him that you actually see. When you talk to him, he's always wearing the hood and the mask. The goggles. Kind of funny, that. There's that lower chin we know.
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You traitor.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us.
Komori's still mad, though. She trusted you implicitly.
I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Yeah, this better be the last time.
Thou mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
Surprise, surprise, Urianger is a main character too. He's not just the guy in the Waking Sands giving you quests.
Even odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them.
Well, that's a fair fight, right? 5 on 5.
Make ready! They come!
And there's the Warrior of Light's team. You got it. They need us to do something here. There.
The ether! It's not enough!
Need more? Not so much at once. We'll make up your mind. Oh, wrong spell. Or whatever. There we go. Targetable again.
I can feel it. Just a little more.
Seems like we are outpacing them quite a bit. And they're back off. That's Jerome, all right. The Ranger, you got it. That's the name of the game. Take out the high priority targets. Protect Alice. Oh, he's going crazy. And they're back up. Is Alice just about ready? I don't think she is. Oh, she is, actually. Oh, is the fight over? I think it is.
Banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought and We fought and we fought until there was no one left to fight. We won. And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbit. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must arise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
No, you're not allowed to use the power of friendship. You're the bad guys.
To have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
We have one too. The same ones we got from Heidelin herself.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance. but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark.
I'm not exactly sure how he planned this, that somehow whipping out the crystals plus our crystal would bring about Hydaelyn, but I guess they're aspected to her, so even if they were trying to use the crystals for some other means, the Warriors of Darkness that is, if they were trying to use them to escape to another dimension or something, another reflection, Urianger somehow knew that we could hijack it with our own crystal and bring forth Hydaelyn, or Minfilia, the word.
Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away.
Another betrayal.
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
Well, I guess this is the voice of Minfilia speaking, not just the word of the mother.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
I didn't realize it was missing. When did we lose track of that thing?
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Heidelin. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor. Thank you, Lemmy, for everything.
I wonder when was the last time they actually met face to face. Would have been before the banquet, obviously, but kinda sad that's all the goodbye she gets. At least she got one, though. And we're done. Almost. That was a big climax. Now we just have, I guess, the epilogue stuff for this patch. Though things did not unfold as perhaps I mean to say, I truly believe that she... Forgive me. I should not have spoken. It is not my place. I guess Alice didn't really know Minfilia. Speak thy mind. I do not expect thy forgiveness. Yeah, I think Komoi's still kinda pissed at you. I mean, it all worked out in the way that Minfilia wanted and, just in general, better than it could have been. Still, you were our best friend. We trusted you implicitly. You're banned. You're banned from the next adventure. It would seem we are in southern Thanalan again. Minfilia's doing, no doubt. May the 12 speed her on her way. And the Warriors of Darkness, too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was their wish. All the same, we should talk about what to do next. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. And this when I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back into Zaharak and secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know. But I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Ida and Papalimo. They must have finished searching the mass camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. And you two? Are you two made up now? Are you guys still feuding? You must be tired, Komoi. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that Warrior of Darkness and the Ascian, in white, at the Great Library. Right. One of the post-patch Stinger cutscenes or whatever. That would have been the biggest hint that Oriandra was betraying us, I guess. When he was actually meeting with the enemy. On social terms or whatever. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others. So I knew that even when your intentions, or even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did. That you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have had the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Komoi, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady has regained her strengths, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, Warrior of Light. I guess maybe they're gonna walk off and have like a more heart-to-heart conversation. Or maybe it's just going to be a tense, silent walk, all the way through. Neither one of them saying anything, despite Oriandra always being so verbose. And Alice being, I guess, a bit of a spitfire. And there they go, walking off in silence. I say spitfire, but she was pretty tempered with her words just now. What did she say exactly? It was pretty, not harsh, but it still stung, I think, right? Even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. I guess for an enemy she would have harsher words, but for a friend, at least she has some tact. I have yet to tell them what happened at Zaharak. I thought it best to do so together. Ah, there you are. You finished our search, in case you were wondering. Yeah, a lot happened. Like a lot. Well met, Komori. Alphinaud said you would be joining us. It would seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the mass camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? I see, that's why they were walking off in the same direction. They were confirming his words. I don't think they actually arrested him, but at least they didn't just, like, let him walk off without doing anything. Still, that guy's kind of like a huge criminal, right? He did a crime. He helped them summon. People died because of it. The Amaja died because of what happened just now. Actually... yeah, tell them all about the Amaja that died, but I guess the most important thing is the Warriors of Darkness. Still. I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. It was bittersweet, but also affirming. I'm glad characters other than us got a chance to meet with her. During the whole anti-tower sequence, we were the only ones. They had to just take our word for it. Alphinaud, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoined the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives. And I hope that we might, in turn, offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Yeah, we're gonna get some mileage out of you, Papalymo. Gonna work you to the bone. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Tell them about the entirety of Heavensward and the post-quest Dragon Song War whatever stuff. Ida, Ralko be praised, it is you. Ida, alive and standing here before me in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundobald. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. I have this ridiculous mustache and mitts. You gotta remember those, right? What? Now Papalymo's got some problem with Ida? Is she going to join the Warriors of Darkness and betray us? No, I don't think that's it. Do not think less of her friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the Resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission. Until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst. But here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older. Nary a day older, huh? Oh well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry. We were still the Circle of Knowing back then, right? Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and, as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. cows take me for giving you that mask? What could they be on about? I'm sure it's nothing. We have no reason to worry about masks. Not anymore. Orion just unmasked himself, so... that was the only time we had to worry about masks. It's all over now. How long has it been since we were here? Probably not that long, but it feels like it's been a while since we actually had things to do in the Rising Stones, like meeting everyone. Meeting all the Scions, at least. Oh, and Philomene. I guess we can check in on everyone that happens to be here, of which there are not that many. Many of our number are still out in the field, but I believe Oko's party should be returning shortly. The C-tier Scions, Oker. Huzzah! Have you heard, Komoi? Ida and Papalimo are returned. That was quite a dance. Is that like an emote that anyone can do? It might be a very specific emote that only the Rogadan can do. Because there are some emotes that only certain, I guess, races can do, but I feel like that one was a bit too animated for other races. I don't know. We have not had the chance to speak, but the mere sight of them was enough to raise our spirits. Huzzah! Let's see that again. I guess there wouldn't be anything that would indicate that only Rogadan can do that, but I've never seen that emote before, I don't remember anyway. And I guess Homei is the only other one here. When you think about it, we have accomplished quite a lot in recent days, have we not? Though there are, of course, some few regrets for missed opportunities. A pity we were unable to deal with Ilbert and the Braves once and for all, for example. Yeah, Ilbert, that guy. You needn't say a word, Komoi. I know. I know. Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she will always be with us. Alright. Then that's that. Welcome home, Komoi. I trust your journey was uneventful. You'll be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Ishtola and Kyle, and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience, now that our lost friends have been found. It would seem meet to discuss the future. Everyone's back together, and all in one room. Other than, of course, Minfilia.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Minbreda.
Yeah, that was shortly before the banquet.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
A lot of people had a lot of character development, and I guess for some of them it was all off screen.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. and I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
And there it is, the crystallization of Alphinaud's whole arc with the crystal braves and Ishgard and everything. Individuals, I guess, rather than a single banner, what he tried to do with the crystal braves.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask.
Okay, is that all, Y'shtola? You just wanted to go back to your own studies as soon as Alphinaud said, let's all do our own things, but we're still a team, guys. As soon as he says that, you think, okay, I can leave now.
I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, she can do whatever she wants. It still helps everyone, right?
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
Yeah, you're one of us now. We're putting you to work. Just like Papalimo.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Everyone turns to Urianger.
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Kind of a thick tension here.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. It would be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes.
Okay, and there goes the tension.
She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And there's that look again.
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities.
What, you're not joining the team? I called the episode like 2 or 3 episodes ago that she joined the team for real or whatever. Come on, you're part of the team.
That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got her to keep us from bickering.
Alright, she's on the team.
But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
Alfie.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru.
I guess he likes it. He didn't seem to dislike it. Alfie.
And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Another battle somewhere, right? Maybe battles that we're forgetting? Things that we started and didn't exactly finish. A new adventure, what else? The road goes on, to strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save, or nothing. Good options, all of these. New adventure seems pretty optimistic. This seems a bit pessimistic. The road goes ever on? Sure. Let's see how this goes with the room. What does everyone feel about this line?
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Alright, great. That was a really good scene. I'm glad to have this kind of scene that makes you really feel like the band is back together. In the Rising Stones, everyone kind of now aligned with the same goal. Not the exact same goal or whatever. Just like Alfie said, they're off doing their own thing. But I guess it's still like the same convergent goal or whatever. As agreed, we shall spend the coming moons conducting our own independent research. Should you have need of our services, however, you are of course welcome to seek us out. And what Comor is going to do is probably pick up on all of those loose threads that I started on earlier in the patch quests. Alexander and the Weeping City of Mok, or the Shadow of Mok, that raid series and all of that stuff. And whatever else I can remember. It would seem that I'm a scion then. Some derive comfort from such titles, but I cannot say that I feel any different from before. Well, mayhap a twinge of pride. Beta? Same as it ever was. What's that supposed to mean? I guess these guys might have something different to say. Oh ho ho. Do not think I will be bested so easily again. When my competition with Lady Ida has ended, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall crown a new champion of the squad. Oh, that takes me back. It feels like that was almost like a lifetime ago or something. It wasn't really, it was only previous to Heavensward, like prior to Heavensward, only a little bit. Or when did they have their little squad competition? Whatever. Oh, and Coltonet. Coltonet, whatever. 'Tis passing strange to think that we may never see Lady Minfilia again. After witnessing so many of our missing comrades return to us, I dare to hope that she might one day do the same. Oh, these guys are back too. The sea tears. Trouble in paradise, eh? No, what's going on here? All these little mistakes are beginning to add up, Aenor. You must try harder to remain focused. Oh no, Aenor. I'm doing my best, Oker. I am. I just can't seem to clear my mind. I keep thinking about you, and your brother, and me. Yeah, that's why there's the sea tears. And I think that's the same dialogue. That's the same too. It may be argued that the great sundering of the source was an aberration, and the existence of the 10 and 3 reflections an offense to the natural order. That most assuredly is the Ascians' belief. 'Twas in the hope of opening mine eyes to said revelation that they first came unto me, imagining it sufficient to secure mine allegiance. Nor would they have been mistaken, were my heart a temple to truth alone. But as a devoted follower of Master Louisoix's teaching, and for the love I bear him and his, I hearkened not to their words. All the same, you did kind of go behind our backs, don't forget. You're banned from the next adventure. I have Sir Amric's assurances that the Temple Knights will henceforth keep a close eye on the Ishgardian crystal trade. Oh, and he extends his deepest apologies for your dinner, having been cut short. Oh right, that's how we started this patch. I completely forgot. Courteous fellow, isn't he? You would never guess he was a politician. Damn, cutting words, Tancred. I suppose I should not be surprised. With everyone standing in a circle delivering grand proclamations about their future endeavors, she naturally felt obliged to make up one of her own. Oh, you mean Ida? What, is she not doing something else? Or is she doing something else than what she said? It's official then. Gods, I hope I don't regret this. What, you don't want to be a scion? Everyone loves the scions. Leave it to me, Komoi. I'll make sure she's properly introduced to everyone. I guess she doesn't really know everyone here, does she? Not really. Look at them, Komoi. The scions of the Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met. The moments we've shared. The losses we've suffered. The tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us into who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. And there's the wind-up Moonbreeder. Kind of weird that we're getting this. Well, it would be weirder if we got this right after she died. And of course this is a thing of closure for Oriandra, right, since he was kind of featured here. I'm pretty glad we did feature him, like as a main character in this. It's a neat little thing to have him kind of skulk around everyone's backs. I like that little plot point, even if it is probably a sore spot for a lot of people involved here. Gives that character something to do, you know? Always nice when a side character becomes more of a main character.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life, my friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me.
His narration voice is a bit different from his dialogue voice when speaking to other people, but yeah, it's him.
Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoir's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
You think you're a better mage than me? Well, he might be.
Thank you. I shall guard it well. There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
The real Griffin. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments. but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a surfeit of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Right, this little plot thread. The eyes. The eyes of Providence, or perhaps the eyes of Ra? No, they're the eyes of Nidhogg. The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds, you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. This is a PvP map. We've been here before. Not during PvP, but still. So it was here all along. Oh, it's him. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. Why are you part of the story again? That's the thing, he never stopped being part of the story. Kind of. Not yet, anyway. Everyone's a part of the story until they're not. And that ends our episode for today, I think. Went on quite a bit longer, just to wrap up this one patch, or the final quest of the patch. But I guess we can retire to our little corner in the back here. Ah, this feels good. This feels right. Starting next time, we can take on the things that released with patch 3.4. Primarily thinking about the Alexander raid, some dungeons, and some other things. Maybe we'll even pop back into the Ishgardian restoration effort. Do some things that I couldn't do before. Maybe. That would be a good time to take a break.